Greetings and welcome to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel, and in this short video I'd like to discuss what is normally called the intermediate value theorem in mainstream mathematics. So what I'm going on about in my article is not that it's not true. It is true, except that one shouldn't call it a theorem because it's very obvious. So what is a theorem really? A theorem is a general proposition that is not self-evident, but is proved by a chain of reasoning or a truth established by means of established truths. So the fact that there is an intermediate value is self-evident. And how is it self-evident? It's self-evident from the fact that a function is continuous. Okay, so the kind of garbage you'll find in mainstream textbooks, especially those such as James Stewart and the ones written by that old fool Gilbert Strang, very early in the 20th century, will have all this nonsense in them where they try to prove these things, but they're not really proving anything. They're just injecting the vile rot of set theory, which was established by that absolute lunatic George Cantor. So let's look at the statement quickly, and there are various ways to state it. It says, if f is continuous on this interval and n is a number between f of a and f of b, then there must be at least one number c between a and b such that fc is equal to n. Well, of course, because it's given that f is continuous, there's nothing to prove there. So one can argue that the above statement is self-evident, okay, based on the fact that f is continuous, and any proof relying on continuity is given. It's already given. So there's nothing really to prove. It's a fact, a self-evident fact. So what follows in red ink? This is a proof that I found on that worthless site Wikipedia. And the comment in blue font is my critique. So it says the theorem, it's not a theorem, it's just a straightforward fact, may be proven as a consequence of the completeness property of the real numbers as follows. So there's a lot wrong with that. So first of all, completeness is an unproven idea that the mainstream calls a property of the real numbers, which, by the way, don't exist because there is no valid construction of real numbers. And it intuitively implies that there are no gaps or missing points on the imaginary real number line. So it proceeds then to say, we shall first prove the first case where u lies between f of a and f of b, and the second case is similar. So it's not a good proof. It's not even a proof, by the way. It says, let S be the set of all x in a b, closed interval ab, such that f of x is less than or equal to u. So the above statement is illogical because it assumes that u is already in f of a comma u, which is the range of f, the sub-range of f in this case. So this type of circular argument is common in mainstream mathematics. And the above statement means to prepare you for the assumption that S is in x being an element of the closed interval a comma c, because c is some supremum or lowest upper bound. And I think I need to rework that sentence, and I'll probably do that later on. Usually a painfully obvious comment comes after such a claim, and this is the comment. It says, then S is non-empty and bounded above by b, and by the completeness the supremum c equals sub s. Now there's nothing remarkable about that. I mean, all that's happening there is it's just stating what was already said. So that c is the smallest number that is greater than or equal to every member of S is totally unremarkable. It's just a rephrasing of something that's obvious. So mainstream fools love to rephrase sentences because it serves to divert attention from their transparent hand-waving arguments. So we claim that f of c is equal to u. Oh, you don't say, really? It was given that f of c is equal to u by the fact that c lies between a and b and f is continuous. So, and then comes this long-winded argument with inequalities, which, by the way, is tautological in nature. since nothing is being proved there. It's a statement of obvious facts that the mainstream baboons want naive students to believe they're actually proving, but no proof is actually taking place there. So, and I'll place a link to this article in the detail section. You'll see that nothing was actually proved to the reader. The entire drivel is an unartful regurgitation of previously stated assumptions, which through hand-waving and drawn-out rants appear as though they might represent mathematical rigor. So, the intermediate value theorem, it says, can also be proved using methods of non-standard analysis. Now, there is no bigger load of rubbish than non-standard analysis. There is no such thing as an infinitesimal, and more laughable infinitesimals. I mean, Abraham Robinson, the founder of this garbage, was an absolute moron. To call him a mathematician is an insult to a real mathematician, because the concept of an infinitesimal is garbage from beginning to end. So it turns out that no proof was actually required whatsoever, and certainly no hand-waving nonsense, the likes that one finds on Wikipedia. If you're not already a subscriber, please become one. Spread this knowledge to your friends. Tell your friends about my channel. I'll also place a link to my articles on academia, which can be downloaded or read on academia. And if you can, if you're able to, contribute at my GoFundMe page, which will also be a link in the details section. My name is John Gabriel, and until next